My name is Obot Tom. I come from Alito in a patch. I started my life from Oburu Primary School, and then I came to Achulbanya SS, where I happened to study up to Senior 4, and then from there, I dropped out and came to Kampala. From Kampala, before joining security group, by then was called Group 4. In Uganda, they used to call us Group Nya.
My name is Gwebaza Sam Wamaongo, born in Bale district. After my studies, I joined SGA Security in 1997 as a security guard.
I am Paul Oketi Benjamin. I came from Navy Stroke, the new district is called Pakwash. I stopped in Senior 3 level. I came here in Kampala to look for a job because of a lack of money. But then when I came, I got security company called Group 4.
I'm called Irene Nanguya. I joined SGA in July 1996. By then it was not SGA, it was Group 4 Security. It was located in an industrial area between the first street and the second street. There is something like a V or a Y.
I am Tom Ogama. I come from Arua district, that is currently Arua city. After my school, I came to my brother who was here in Kampala, and he was also working with SGA, the formerly it was Group 4. So in my process, when I was staying with him, he advised me to join SGA, which was Group 4 by then. So that was in 1997, March, that's when I joined Group 4 as a guard.
I'm Ocheng Jackson. I come from Bugeri district. I studied up to Senior 6. Actually, my education was in Kampala at a modern secondary school. After Senior 6, I went back to the village, and my parents could not continue with my education because they could not afford. Actually, I come from a humble family. The word humble family means a poor family, where you cannot afford certain things. So when I was in the village, I had a friend in Kampala. I came to visit a friend, and the friend was working with the security group. By then was called Group 4 Security.
Okwong James Alero. I've come from Navy. I've been working with the security group since 1994. Security group 94 started like Group 4. Started in June. Then for me, my uncle was one of them called David, which they started with 10 people, with the general manager called John Combo. Then secondly, with the operation manager, they called Bakar. Then they started with the two vehicles called Marut vehicles.
In accounts, we're very few people. We had the chief accountant. There was somebody doing. We like three. We had 2 accounts clerks. One was doing invoicing. There was a lot to be done, and we had one computer. We had one computer with my supervisor. We do invoices. We write statements with our hands. You know. And there was a chief accountant also with what? With his computer. Plus some 2 or 3 collectors. Yeah, and there were few computers. There were few computers in the company. The secretary to the general manager had the computer as a lady. Then there was one computer in marketing also. There was also one, I think, in personnel office with few ladies. I think I got there like I think we were 8 ladies. And some have passed on, but some are there. Some went to do other things.
By then, we had very few assignments. And I remember my first assignment was in Nalia, and I was coming from Rubaga. I was staying in Rubaga. I come to industrial area, pick the gun, go to Nalia to work, bring back the gun to industrial area, then move to Rubaga. It was so challenging, but I had the love for the job, and I got committed. After like a period of 1.5 years, I was given to relieve as a reliever. When the regular guards, the permanent guards were taking their off duty, I could go to work. I happened to relieve at the general manager's place. By then our general manager was called John Com. But whenever I could go to relieve him, he appreciates my work, and he chose to take me as his guard in his residence.
What I can remember, or I will never forget, was when the owner of the company, by then, EVT, the late may his soul rest in peace, he came and told us that, gentlemen, this company have brought you people here to work. And what I need from you people is yourself to work, but not the papers. And he brought a paper and put under the table, and he asked a question, what is that paper doing under the table? We said it's doing nothing. He said, yeah, what I need, I don't need your paper. Whether you have a degree, you have what, leave it at your home, but bring yourself here to do the work. And that's what I need from you. That one there, I mastered it. I've never forgotten it. Then secondly, came Richard Mwesika. There are a lot of things I learned from him because he joined the company when I was there, and he came as a debt collector. And then he joined the management training. He was taken to marketing, and he was promoted to marketing and administration manager. From there, to our biggest surprise, we saw him rising to the level of general manager. He did not stop there. After that one day, he was promoted to be the group managing director, whereby he was managing Uganda, Tanzania, and Kenya, based in Kenya. So when you look back how he started the company as a debt collector to the level of a group managing director, it inspired me a lot.
The company started from nothing because by then we had only 2 vehicles, Maruti, and we had no offices. There was only office for the general manager and the operations office, and the branches were in one room and the control room. So I remember when they began alarm department, they could even attend alarm on a bicycle because the vehicles were only to pick the general manager and drop him, and others were to go to look for clients. So I remember very well that time one time I was told to attend the alarm at General Molding, and we picked guns and went to attend the alarm on a bicycle. We were about 2 bicycle riders who attended alarm that time. So when I see the company where we have reached now, I'm really happy, and it has motivated me. We are now better off than that time.
The most memorable moment while I was working with SGA is when I joined Cash in Transit from guarding. It was a very big achievement in my life because in guarding, I worked night throughout and it was terrible being out there awake the whole night. So when I was appointed in CIT department, it was a big achievement because at that time, I stopped sleeping out as a guard. And some of the memorable moments is the attachment I had with some of my clients who kept calling control room wherever I would not be available to ask for where I've gone. So it gave me that memorable moment that I had a good attachment with my clients, the ones I used to serve.
The projects that's in my memory since I joined, that is the growth of the company and what company is doing now. I think by the time I joined, the company was small and it had only a few sections. That was in particular guarding and alarm, which was so powerful by then. And the CIT came in my presence. They had only 2 cars by the time they started. And right now I'm seeing it has grown with the number of cars which are not countable and giving more good service for the people.
Company has grown. Of course, there were no vehicles in the first place. The guards were fewer. Maybe by the time I joined, they were like maybe 700 or less. It has expanded. By then, it was only now in industrial area. Later, we moved around the whole nation. We expanded the whole nation. Yeah, all these branches, even now other services like alarms came in. There was a time we had something like distress. I think it was like escort services, but it was for a short time. There's the cash in transit also coming in. Here now today there's courier. All these things have just come in, but it was mainly guards. Yeah. And they were doing well because now at that time, even when we were still in industrial area, customers could just come and they say, yesterday thugs came in my house. It means we're already doing well. I remember one gentleman walked in and said, please, I want a guard. He was just begging. I don't want to go home without a guard. He had to put a guard in his house, in his car. The guns were fewer, but I think now they are many.
I was being beaten seriously. My bicycle has been taken off. Other things, I was almost 3 weeks whereby I was not working. So time came whereby I got treatment. They took me to Molago because by then the company, they were putting there whatever in Molago. Molago, there at least I take like 3 weeks. I came back, I resumed back to my work. As per now, as I'm talking, I'm even still guarding.
We started getting assignment, and that year's 94, 95, it was a war. We used to fight every time. Either Adu will attack us, either we are attacking them. Today we are safe, tomorrow they will attack until the police can come and help us, 9/9. So until the situation cooled up, until now the place is becoming normal, up to now.
I will take, for example, the furniture we had in the beginning, of course, was these old wooden chairs In the beginning, we didn't have enough computers. Most of the work was actually manual. But as I talk now, there's a very big improvement. The work has been computerized. At least it has been simplified to suit the big number of employees that we have. If we were to continue with the manual system, it would be a bit difficult by now. Those are some of the improvements I've observed.
This company started like the work of men, and that is the belief people were having. But as it continued, it started empowering ladies, and ladies joined the company. Others joined as security guard. Others started coming in various departments. Now we are proud to talk of from 8,000 and above, and you'll find varieties of people. You'll find ladies holding upper job. I'm happy to say even our own lady here, Madame Regina, is holding a department of customer care, bringing in customer. And then our HR department is led by lady. This is what I can say it has impacted in the life of Ugandans.
Teamwork, I think, is one thing. People like working together because now this is a service company. People work together. I believe everybody who enters the gate has a job here, to me.
I appreciate them most because of the cooperation they give. If you have something and you need help, they are always quick to come in and assist. And at times when you are too busy and you delegate, they are always positive. They assist to ensure that work is done expeditiously.
The challenges I've faced in my work is a line of duty as a credit controller, since I deal with the customer and I'm in kind of the mid person in between the company and the customer. The challenge I faced with the customer is in case that is those who feel the company is a challenge of maybe if the service is not really well, or somebody is facing challenge of paying the company, and then you try to convince the person to bring the person to the line of helping the company to move, to pay the company to move, and then also offering the service, better service for that kind of a person is the challenge I have faced with in between the customer and the company I'm working with. The overcoming of that kind of challenge is discussing with the customer, agreeing with the customer in the terms of how he can support the company in terms of payment, and then makes the company also offer better service for whatever he is remitting for the company.
The new employees who have started their journey, I first want to tell them that they are in the right place where they have gotten a job, and they have to have passion for the work. If you love what you do, you will do it better. You will be self-supervised. So they have to have passion for the work, and whatever little money they get, they should not spend in leisure. They should keep some little money that can make them have to invest in other projects that may earn them a living.
My advice to the new employee who have just joined is being patient in whatever you have. If you get a job in special like here in security group, patience matters, cooperation, and then respect to your bosses. The advice they give you will make you move.
The advice I would give new employees is that you have to have patience. You have to persevere because of the challenges that you might encounter, because challenges are part of life, and then you need to be focused. With that, you'll achieve what you want.
I would love to see the company acquiring properties because at the moment we still stay in rental offices. But then in the near future, I would imagine if SGA should be having their own plot built than renting, because the money we spent on rent can do other activities in the company.
I love the company to continue growing because we provide services, not products. So we need good trained and well-trained professional guards that can deliver good service to our customers. So in this so doing, the company will grow to the top as one of the best companies in the country. And that's what I love for this company.
SGA Security has had a positive impact on the industry in that a number of companies that have seen Security Group perform have also tried as much as possible to cope up with the Security Group standards, and in a way, there has been business growth, and this has offered jobs to so many people. Secondly, it has also impacted positively on the community through corporate social responsibility, whereby SGA is always part of the breast cancer campaign every year in October that aims at helping ladies who have breast cancer.
People should see SGA like another maybe company. If you're working, you have to work. You have to be dedicated to your work. So they should just value it and be committed and work hard.
Yeah, the experience I would like to share through working with SGA is that when you are working, try to be self-driven, self-supervised, and this can be achieved if in your mind you feel that you are working for a company which is yours. In that way, just assume the company is yours or the business is yours. You'll have the motivation, the courage to work.
What I would like, or I would wish, or I would imagine this company to do, I would like the company to think of acquiring a domestic charter plane, whereby where the bullion van cannot access, or in a district whereby it's not accessible, at least that charter plane can do. Because when I look at DSL, our biggest customer, they have planes. I think with SGA or in SGA, we can manage to achieve even a charter plane whereby we can airlift, instead of going to Kenya Airways or Uganda Airline, we can do Security Group charter plane used domestically.
The company should remain committed to serve the clients and committed to grow, because we are now on the top, but keeping at the top is not easy. So we need to have commitment and get to all our effort to see that we remain where we are.